Me, Priyanka, and we
Thank you
just
for
saw
having me.
the table, and it's so lovely, and you're lovely as usual,
Hmm.
which makes me wonder why we don't see more of you.
Oh, eh, I wish I had the right answer for it, a philosophical answer or everything, or, just a direct curiosity is me too. I also wonder, the alignment hasn't happened. I mean, it's not like, there was some. It's like a catch 22. I did do a series for about 6 years away from India. So I came back, and I came back to India. And then it's not like there was no work, but I feel like it was just, you know, everyone did so well. It was such a great time of 2 years of independence cinema. So, but these took time to come out, like, Jugnuma and, whenever Agra does come out, or this other independent film I did, whenever it does come out, because it's everybody's got a lag, going on right now, rightfully so. So when these things come out, the industry will know I have been here and based here now again after my stint with the Wheel of Time, to be honest. So it's actually just a very clear, like, geographical, logistical error.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Thank you so much for joining me, Priyanka. And we
Thank you
just
for
saw
having me.
the fable, and it's so lovely, and you're lovely as usual,
Hmm.
which makes me wonder why we don't see more of you.
Oh, eh, I wish I had the right answer for it, a philosophical answer or everything, or, just a direct curiosity is me too. I also wonder, the alignment hasn't happened. I mean, it's not like, there was some, it's like a catch 22. I did do a series for about 6 years away from India. So I came back, and I came back to India. And then it's not like there was no work, but I feel like it was just, you know, everyone did so well. It was such a great time of 2 years of independence cinema. So, but these took time to come out, like, Jugnuma, and, whenever Agra does come out, or this other independent film I did, whenever it does come out, because it's everybody's got a lag, going on right now, rightfully so. So when these things come out, the industry will know I have been here and based here now again after my stint with the Wheel of Time, to be honest. So it's actually just a very clear, like, geographical, logistical error in that sense. And yeah, so I'm very hopeful for so much has happened. It's been an incredible year. I've been looking at so many amazing, interesting things. And I'm here for offers and reading stuff again. Yes, that's what it is.
And, and as you said, it has been an incredible year. I think indie cinema suddenly has a whole lot of
Um,
support from great directors,
yes.
producers who are really, trying their best to get the movies
Everyone
out
is
there.
trying, yes,
Yes.
everyone is trying their best. Everyone is doing their best. It's such a big machinery, like actors come in, we do our thing, and then we move on. And, there is a certain kind of like a laziness after that, saying that, what, I moved along from the film. My job should be done. But I'm like, but that's what independent cinema is. You have to give it your machine, whatever it is, whether you don't understand the process, what spectrum or frequency you're catching on, for what is your preference and everything. And everyone has a preference of like styles and stuff. But I feel like, just to support each other genuinely in a community where independent voices are so strong. There's such great talent out there. So I feel like it's really incredible to watch. I want more.
We all do. And
Mm.
talking about Agra, for instance, I mean, the
Yeah.
kind of work you did in that, incredible, complete transformation. But then that's what you do, of course. That's what acting is. But talk to me a little about that. That seemed to be a particularly difficult role.
I mean, it was a difficult role because of the rigorous time schedule and the amount of time it took. We still lacked resources, that way, but it was like a long process. But we didn't make anything banal. It wasn't offered on the page, which was banal. We, curated out of like really talented, people and things like that. And so it was like a really great team to work with. It was genuinely like very homegrown in that way. Um, I, I I just feel the structure should have been a little better, but that's just again very on the because we were also shooting. Like the challenging role was not only the only challenge. In fact, the role was actually fun for me to do. The thing was the management of the entire situation, which was gruesome and very brutal for everybody. And because we shot at 50 degrees in the Agra heat, and my passage where my entire part is shot, it was a little box with one ventilator, and there was a fire scene and things like that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, so and
the
we were all in this together. It
Wi-Fi
wasn't just
cafe. Yeah,
it wasn't just happening to me. And yes, it was a challenging role. The role was actually the honor of, but it was the spill out of that thing that, oh my God, what's happening? I think we're going to die. So, and we were all in it together. And I feel like if I don't remember that, sorry about this, I have my soup and my tea, thank you, Lily. Yeah, um, yeah, if we can't honor that with that machinery, saying that, you know what, Kanu's still working so hard to make sure that something happens with the film, because it did, premiere in Cannes and everything, and some people have watched it. But I mean, I'm curious if it just releases, how, if it does, it'd be so fascinating.
I'd love to see the reaction because it
Same.
is a little out there, and I think it would be wonderful to have it in theaters
I
without
mean,
cuts. I hope.
why would you, again, to normalize it? I understand it's India, it's very scary. See, that's the thing. It's
And
another set.
I love the fact that you're wearing that scarf. I think it's not an accident.
No, it's not. So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
I
So,
think in this day and age, if you don't care for what's happened to you, if you don't care for what's happening around you, I think it speaks of the inhumanity that we are now living with.
and yes, it does. Rightfully so. The fear is also palpable, and I understand that there's a whole section of people who are fearful, and that's okay. But the thing is, to not be complicit to something which is so evidently happening out there, and I'm just like, I want to be able to, like, voice it in subtle ways, that they, I've I have noticed.
No, and I thought, for instance, Annapurna Roy's speech at Venice, the way she stood
Beautiful.
up for
Beautiful.
Palestine again, I love the fact that she said, "I may not, my government may not like it, but I'm still doing it." I think uh,
Kudos to her. What a
that's the
brave,
all
brave
the
soul.
Bengali tigresses out there.
Yeah, what a brave, brave soul. It's so nice to watch. It's so, so nice. It's incredible.
Right. But sorry, we got a little off track. So the
Go.
idea that the Fable or Agra will be getting a theatrical release, and you know, uh, at least even if people don't go out in droves to watch these movies,
Yes.
at least there is a sense that these movies are being promoted by well-known filmmakers, they're being endorsed by well-known filmmakers. That creates a certain buzz around them. And I think that's very important in an industry where we know the promotional machinery has to be fed. The media has to be fed. So, I mean, it's a given. You can't turn away from the
Yeah.
promotional aspect of cinema as well. So, but for actors, it's very awkward, right? Because
Yes.
you can only do something when the movie is out. You can't. Sometimes you can't even talk about the movie. You have to sign NDAs or whatever. So sometimes it can be so frustrating.
It is. It is frustrating because, we all have a little fire inside of us, and an ember, or all of that wants to just, like, be a walk in their purpose, to and the thing is, the frustration or the anger internalized makes you just very sad. It's like, It's almost like, and it's true, you don't have control and over many things, but I feel like actors becoming producers right now is really, making sure that that ecosystem is taken care of, where they're co-producing with each other and they're collaborating with each other. They're all so bright. Everyone is so like, everyone has really good taste at the moment. I feel, and yes, it is frustrating that it takes so long. Like Jugnuma took so long, but listen, Jugnuma, they worked really hard. And it wouldn't have been possible if Guneet and Anurag didn't come on board. It is so incredible because, I mean, whatever's happening, yes, people love the film, people don't get the film, and but people love the film, people love the people, the ensemble in it. They love Manoj, they love Tilotama, they love Deepak ji, and they love me. Like the kids are
Mm,
so
yes.
nice, and but it's reached out because of Anurag and Guneet. It's the scale which it deserved. And it's so nice to have that support. It's incredible. It's taken time, but uh, I'm very happy.
Talking about actors turning producers, for instance, Tilotma and Jim, Jim Sar,
Yes.
they've done so
Yes,
much.
obviously. Yeah.
Tilotma's work on Baksho Bondi, and then Jim has also been supportive
Yes.
of that film, and a couple of other films. So
Yeah, and
that's
here's
again a
the
very
saying.
interesting.
Mm.
It's again a very interesting thing that's happening. Do you see yourself also becoming part of that?
I mean, oh yeah, I'm definitely open to it. I'm open to curation and collaboration. Like, I would love to read scripts, which I am. Some of them I feel like just instinctively doesn't work, and things like that. And so I am reading a lot, and yeah, I mean, it's not like I haven't done it before. So it's just something, if that's the route I'm going to take. Yeah.
Priyanka, talk to me a little bit about the Wheel of Time and, working on such a big international project and uh, the idea that something like that doesn't always translate into instant success back home. I find it very odd. I saw it in the case of Nimrat Kaur's career as well. When she
Mhm.
was doing Homeland and she was doing such wonderful things abroad. But until you do that one mainstream big
Yeah.
film where
Yeah.
you're just a sort of accessory of the main hero, you still don't you don't become marketable or consumable or whatever you want to call it, which is so sad. We're still so dominated by that old idea of the heroine or the woman's place in society, I suppose, so in cinema as well, I guess.
It is. So the thing is, I can't help that. It's just that, I imagine myself and it's in it, and I find it a little silly. The I find now, and it's all too femme. It's too, like, some of it is furniture. You're playing the furniture and things like that. So I feel like good written material is very hard to come by, and but it's not impossible. And I feel like there is Bollywood is entertainment and it's business, and I feel like if we can marry the two in a way where I do all my independent films like they're going to be commercial hits. It's just something I don't have a thing about, because that's the only way this will work. I enjoy a good Hindi film, you know. I watch all kinds of work. So I'm not, yes, there are some kinds of work I will never watch, and I won't even discuss that in any of my interviews or conversations, because it's just something I don't want to acknowledge, except the fact that there are lots of people who are employed because of that, and that's it. That's the humanity of it. That's all I want to see.
Priyanka, also what's happening around Hindi cinema? I mean, that's not the only cinema we know in India.
Uh-huh.
Uh, a lot of regional cinema is doing exceptionally well, and
Exceptions.
and doing things that are most unexpected and wonderful to watch. Malayalam cinema is obviously one, but so is Marathi cinema. So, are you as an actor also open to the idea that there's so much that's happening outside Hindi cinema as well, whether it's indie or otherwise?
I mean, I feel like down south they are doing the most mature work out of all. I've seen some really incredible work. Some of them I'm just like, wow, that was great. Um, and so I feel like, yeah, but I have done Marathi film called Half Ticket. It was received very well. I got a lot of love for it by Samit Kakkar, and I worked with a very professional crew. So they know what they're doing. They're all artists. They've like the Marathi cinema. That community is so strong. It's so like they never complain. They're such hard workers. It's really incredible. Like some of those the actresses I've met or the work that's come. It's very strong. Yeah. So that was a very good experience, a sincere experience. Yeah. I'm open to it. Any languages. It'll be fun, no, to learn something new.
What about your international work, Priyanka? How's that going?
Um, See, the thing is over there, I'm based in Bombay, so I send a lot of self tapes, and there are lots of meetings, and
And
um,
several levels of audition, I guess.
yes, I mean there are lots of rereads and chemistry tests and things like that. It's not easy. So if anybody thinks that I'm getting it easy or anybody else is getting it easy, it is not true. You're walking in the room because you worked hard. And that working hard also means you're following up, which means that you're, uh, calling people, setting up meetings, and being polite, being amazing, and just treating people well, and you will immediately know that whether that was waste of time or not. I mean, it'll be very clear, for both, and
It's very transparent. It may be
yes.
difficult, but it's transparent.
It is now definitely because I feel like right now the rules for any executives or the agents or the casting directors or anyone in the middle, like getting you there is just such a strict, transparent kind of communication, because it's not something to be taken lightly. They could get fired for saying something mean or ignorant, which is not like this over here still. And and yeah, so it's not about the cancel culture or anything. It's just about a very appropriate scenario, which is absolutely fair to have at this point. Yeah.
So, does the geography matter, or it really doesn't? Because you can be anywhere and do your auditions, or does it help if you're based
Look,
in
of course, they have opened it out right now. but then the SAG strikes also happened, so it slowed down. A lot of people and artists I know are not based in Los Angeles. They're outside of Los Angeles. So, and in Europe and, in London, but they're constantly sending self tapes. They're constantly on the move. So it is definitely a little better to, you're already in the room, but they have so many now. They don't have time for, like, to and things like, you can't take it personally, because sometimes a lot of elements, like it wasn't lit very well, or my reader wasn't very good, or things like that. Of course, I have amazing people now helping me to send like professional tapes out there, so hopefully it gets better.
But I'm very curious about the whole process because at one level, they are also looking for diversity and inclusivity, which is not as big an issue in India still. Although because of streaming, I think they're a little more aware of that. But you also don't necessarily have to play your ethnicity.
You don't, like, look at the Wheel of Time, for example.
Yeah,
Even if I was playing my ethnicity, it's not going to be like a comedic caricature. Now, I feel like even comedy for Indians have been written so well on the page, like, so I feel like it's getting more diverse in that context. Like, there is comedy, but it's not. But at the same time, like, they are,
it's not a Peter Sellers kind of comedy.
yeah, yes, you get it. It's not. They better, definitely lit better, produced better. It's just getting better. Like, so people living there, and the fact that even my accent is a part of that, bigger picture, because I had a certain cadence for my character in The Wheel of Time, but that was very, very, well accepted. And, our showrunner, Rafe, who's a good man, cast me, and I was so grateful for that, that my team made that happen. And of course, it was complicated, because there's so many people, different parts of the world, one of its kind, honestly. What
Absolutely.
a great opportunity, what a great experience I had. I made some really special friends. um, and yeah, and the fact that we are all in the same boat, in a way, just all actors, seeking work, and if you have the burden of meaningful work, then you're pretty much isolating yourself. It's a profound isolation for all of us, yeah, in some ways, yeah.
And yet it's a community, which is
And yet it
what
is a
probably gives
community.
you strength, right? I mean,
Exactly. Yet it is a community.
it's a
Yes, it
very
is.
lonely profession.
Yes.
But when you
Yeah.
see others like yourself, it gives you a lot of strength, that solidarity.
Yeah. Yeah. Truly does.
So, what next can we expect from you, Priyanka?
I mean, hopefully something happens with Agra comes out, and there's another film with Chandan Roy Sanyal. I did. He directed the film, and hopefully that comes out. That should be fun. It's different than what I did. He's a very good actor. He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm excited about that to come out. But in terms of shooting, I just only shot a short film in LA with Ragini Desai. Again, the process of it was really fun. I was very curious of the genre, so I did it, and that's therefore I've cut my hair. But having
It
said
looks
that,
lovely.
thank you. Coming from a short hair girl, that means a lot.
No, no, because apparently it's very trendy now to have the short bob.
The short bob, yeah.
So whatever it is, we're fashionable
We
for.
are up to the trends. We're the cool gals.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have that short film as well, and I presume you're reading lots. How is streaming? Has it become has it lost that its mojo, shall we say, or has it lost that spark? It was doing a lot more
I don't
edgier
know. I
stuff
haven't
earlier.
yet. The thing is, again, I'm meeting people over here and again, and I'm very open to like, putting myself on tape for a lot of streamers here. And there's some good stuff that's happened and gone on the floor. So it's not like I watch some really cool things that's come out of here, which I liked. So I'm like, okay, I'm very curious about these filmmakers now, and obviously I'm hoping that whenever they think of me, I'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And otherwise, in between, I'm just taking care of myself and reading and soul searching and introspecting and softening my gaze towards what's in front of me. Things like that, like just being a little bit more um, somber. It's the word, yeah.
Oh, I think that's very important, especially for an artist. I mean, for all people, but for an
Mm.
artist, I think you need to feel so much, right? Otherwise, how are you going to interpret the kinds of emotions that you get to do as well, right? You need to be open to all kinds of emotions and
Yeah,
sometimes extreme emotions.
yeah, it's a lot like and we're sensitive. We're sensitive creatures. So to just like not be in my head about analyzing everybody and just like just protect my energy and things like that. Just conserve my energy that I'm learning with some discipline and observing how efficient actually men are. Some of my men friends who are like that with their, such good containers of their compartmentalization that it's admirable, you know? Yeah. So I feel like
Yeah, and I think that makes us believe that they don't feel as much. They do, but I think they're just better at managing their emotions.
they are better at managing their emotions, even if I say so myself, because it'll be emotionally very immature for me to not recognize that and acknowledge it. Because it's true, they are the. If you tap into a man's wisdom, sometimes, or a woman's, I feel like you can immediately understand that there is no conflict there, and we are all the same in that way, although men and women think differently. Women need more advocacy than men do, in that way, and I feel like I hope that balance never ceases to exist, whether it's in the industry, whether it's interpersonal relationships and things like that. Yeah.
Priyanka, do you see a similar kind of solidarity that you see in the West between actors in Mumbai, or is it far more competitive and isolating?
Yeah, everyone is competing. And every accent is competing because it's so like diverse right now and it's fantastic. It's great, and I worked with some, and it really challenged me in the most great ways, and it added such value to my life. Just shooting the Wheel of Time with these incredible talent. Like I can't, if it weren't for the fact that somebody just greenlit a show or many shows actually, which is like so like blended and in that context it works brilliantly, is just a great sign, isn't it? But yes, that's why the competition is increased, because it's just become a bigger pool.
Right. Just the last question, Priyanka. So, you have the fable where you're playing this very upper class, uh, upper class estate owner and
Uh-huh.
his wife, and Agra, where you're the complete opposite. And yet, in both, I think love is the dominating factor,
If
love and kindness.
yes,
I mean, your relationship in
thank you.
in uh, Agra, for instance, I mean, that's such a, it made me feel so happy to see that relationship. I don't know how to explain it, but, here was someone who could have, just been this caricature, this lonely woman running this cyber cafe. And yet, I think that whole idea that all of us have so much love in us, that we need to give, we need to accept. I think I love that about both these roles, which are so different, but yet,
And the thing is that the fact that you are recognizing, or the fact, uh, the humanity of the woman I'm playing. You're
yes,
recognizing not the class, but you're recognizing love,
yeah,
uh, as the universal language of both the sectors and both the Indias I come from, and both resonate very deeply with me. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very, very extremely grateful for the fact that these are, and that's why it is very important for me that Agra finds a release, because it'll just be a showcase of incredible depth that Kanu's research has. The fact that men can write brilliantly for women, and women and men can collaborate like professionally and there's no conflict there, and I feel like I feel like all of Kanu's women have had agency. Ram, I'm also obviously a fan of. I love him so dearly. He's so supportive. He's such a good guy. Like, and the thing is, the whole team is just anyway special. And with Kanu, I have profound respect for him. I really do. And it's taken me a while, because I feel like I was so frustrated and I was so like resentful about the fact that my films weren't coming out on time, and I had no control or power, I thought. And the fact that, and I forgot to celebrate what I had done. I had forgot to look back and be grateful, but I was sporadically. And then I would come back to saying, like, "Ugh, so frustrated." But Kanu, and but they're all very hardworking people. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. See, that's the thing. It's like actors, when they get an opportunity to act, that's all we want to do is act.
yeah.
And forget passion. It's end of the day, it's love and humanity for yourself, some dignity that you can garner with, and give dignity to the characters that you do. Does that make sense?
No, you do that in spades, Priyanka. I think every time we see you on screen, you bring so much of that to your characters. So I think that's something that everyone will recognize. And the more they see of you, the more they'll love you. So it's just a question of making sure that the films get out there, which they will, and they will eventually. Just that one has to have that patience, I think. And as much for you as an actor that these films should get out, it is important for us as viewers that we get to see these films as well, because it reinforces our faith in good cinema and great characters. So, thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you so much, Kaveri.
Thank you. Thank you, Priyanka.
Bye.
Bye.